What's good, YouTube? It's TooSmooveEli back with another reaction video. Today we have day 4 of the YNW Melly case. This is informational, might be graphic. YouTube, this is a for the better video. This is not nothing crucial. Don't give me no trouble. But so far, Melly hasn't shown it's been him. It's not really any evidence. I'm trying to get into some shit that matters, bro. They keep chatting about shit that don't matter, but today matters a little bit because they got YNW's ex-girlfriend's mom. Because of Juvie's dad said sack chased or punched the grill out of him in front of his girl. So let's see.
All right, so we're just gonna see where it goes. You make whatever judgment you think.
I already watched all this, bro. Fell asleep watching.
Something funny? Pardon? Something funny?
Not at your ruling. Your Honor, I mean no disrespect.
The judge just said, is something funny, and he said, not at your ruling.
Something funny?
Not at your ruling. Your Honor, I mean no disrespect. And I hope
Your Honor, I mean no disrespect.
you don't get that impression.
Let's bring the verdict.
Thank you.
He's staring down the prosecutor. Wow, that's awkward. He looks a little bouncy and agitated that his girlfriend's mom's about to come.
Bro, this dude be making up
stand,
anything.
So here we go. For context, she got arrested for avoiding her deposition for months on end, but apparently it turned out that they were sending the subpoenas to the wrong address. Apparently, she got arrested in the Virgin Islands, then extradited back to Florida and was jailed for like a week or two, and then deposed back in November and December of 2022. So that's why she's gonna have a big attitude here. And apparently they put an ankle monitor on her and kind of embarrassed her at her job, which she was a nurse, I believe. She's not gonna be a happy camper up there, you know what I mean? The state is kind of forcing her hand, and they've also threatened to charge her daughter if she didn't cooperate. Any mother would be very upset to be in this situation.
How are you today?
Not good.
Are you cold?
No, I'm just, I don't feel comfortable.
Are you nervous?
I feel threatened.
I feel threatened
straight up
by the state, obviously. I'm sure some people thought that she meant by Melly, but no.
She's 22 right now.
When was she involved in that romantic relationship with Melly?
I think maybe 2016 or so till maybe 2019, 20. I call him Janelle Melly.
Do you see him here in the courtroom?
Yes, I do.
Where is he?
He's right here.
And what's he wearing?
The white turtleneck and a gray jacket.
Surprising that she smiles at Melly, to be honest. There is a history between Mariah and Melly's mom. They've gotten in some arguments in the past that came out in her deposition in my video.
How many times have you met him in person prior to that?
A couple.
A couple?
I think two maybe.
Okay. Did you follow him on social
I only met Melly twice before the incident. They were dating for like 2 years before that. That's strange.
Who is the female over there?
That's my daughter.
And which daughter is that?
My wife.
Okay. Who else is in that photograph with her?
That's Janelle.
Who is pictured in this photograph?
My daughter, Mariah.
So the
Why does this video of him taking a video of her ID have anything to do with anything? Like, that's his girlfriend's ID. Why does that matter?
I did overhear. I'm not quite sure exactly the context of the call, but I did overhear the phone call.
okay. Tell the ladies and gentlemen of the jury what woke you up that morning.
Just hear my daughter's voice.
Full details of this are in my other video when her daughter got a FaceTime from Melly.
I don't remember. I don't know.
Okay. Do you remember anything the defendant said on that video?
Not verbatim, no, I don't.
Okay. Did you have an opportunity to read the statement you gave in 2018?
I read the statement.
Okay.
But
Was
I
it
don't
able,
recall. I don't remember anything from that statement, but I do remember my deposition from December 22.
so the deposition that would have been 6 months ago?
Yes.
Okay.
Could she actually have forgotten shit that she told the police 5 years ago? Yeah. Is that the truth? Probably not.
Were you honest and truthful with law enforcement when you spoke with them?
I would hope so. I mean, it was 2018. I went through a lot in that year, so I'm not sure where my mindset was at that time.
Did you lie to law enforcement?
I would hope not. I don't remember.
I would hope not. So that's a good dodging that question a little bit.
You don't even remember?
I don't remember, because 2018 was a very hard year for me. My husband just went to prison, my father died, I had a lot going on, so I was really out of it.
Damn.
I do remember that they kind of bullied me and threatened my daughter and took her to jail for accessory after that. I do remember that.
Yes. And in terms of the statements that you made about
The prosecutor skimmed past that really quickly.
For real.
The police tried to bully her into fucking giving them details to charge her daughter. Like, that is crazy to me.
If I was to tell you something now, I could be lying. I don't want to understand, but you won't take me to jail. So I'm saying what you want me to say.
I do not want you to say anything, I want you to tell the truth.
Okay, that's what I'm doing.
Okay. So Ms. Holmes, with
She's so scared to be taken to jail right now. Wow. I feel like I'm watching a fucking Netflix show, dude. Like, this is so ridiculous.
did you lie to law enforcement?
I just
Just asked and answered.
The Melly's team said objection, asked and answered.
Did you lie to law enforcement?
Not that I recall.
Okay.
I don't remember.
Okay. Going forward to the events of that day.
Yes.
When you heard that phone call, where were you?
I'm home. I heard that there might have been a shooting.
Okay. Did you see any pictures or videos that anyone was injured at that point?
No, I did not.
Did you see the defendant on the screen of that video call?
I saw his face, yes.
Bro, why this nigga always
Just
zooming
watch
in on
Felicia
Melly
walk
face?
out.
I would offer the court a copy of this deposition over lunch to review. that makes it clear that she is recanting.
So Melly seems to explain that she's changing her statements.
Jamie King's phone records, which authenticate the statements. For example, that Felicia Holmes said she immediately called Jamie King, that is shown in Ms. King's phone records. So there's outside sources that corroborate the sum and substance of her December 2018 statement.
She said there's outside sources that corroborate her first statement in 2018.
I think she was scared about testifying, scared that something she might suffer some repercussions from that. And the jury's probably wondering, why would she say those particular words? Why does she feel like her life might be in danger?
In the beginning, she doesn't. She seems to be, very compliant, but there's obviously discomfort that she has in testifying here.
Yeah.
And she's going to get walked through these tapes and what apparently are admissions relating to this crime that the defendant's charged with. And the gang overtones that are behind the scenes of this trial, whether they actually come in or enter the trial is another question.
Yeah, I certainly felt she gave off some type of vibe that she was a little hesitant and holding back.
So the state is basically saying when Melly FaceTimed Mariah, he admitted to certain things.
And the defense has done a really great job, especially dealing with the Snapchat information, making their objections clear on the record. How is the prosecution going to put the gun in Melly's hand? How are they going to make him the trigger man? I understand their theory. They have promised a lot, but I don't see how they're going to put the gun in the hand. That's what I'm waiting for.
Yeah, a lot of experts are saying, even lawyers. I follow Melly's former lawyer on Instagram. He's even saying that a lot of this is a reach. Like, they haven't really put that gun in his hand yet to show that he shot and killed them. They just have footage of him entering the car and nothing else. The ballistics were kind of sloppy yesterday. Like, it's definitely swaying towards his side, but it's all up to the jury. Who knows?
Do you remember coming in for that deposition?
Yes, I did. I was in jail, put in jail.
Correct. So it's clear
I was put in jail.
you don't want to be here.
You're making me be here. Yes, I have
Yes.
a house in my life. I'm nervous. I can't get work properly. Yes.
Yes, you were under house arrest because you failed to comply with the subpoena.
No, you're not serving me.
Sustained.
December of 2022, you said that this is a correct statement.
She don't care about nothing. She angry as hell.
Sustained.
So Ms. Holmes, is the December 2018 statement that you gave correct and honest?
Objection. Ask and answer.
Excuse me.
Statement, correct and honest.
I don't remember the December 2018 statement.
Why does they keep asking her this if this is correct and honest? She's just gonna keep
Facts.
saying she doesn't remember. A lot of people are gonna start saying this lady's paid off, dude. She's being really vague, avoiding questions. People are definitely gonna start saying that Melly paid her.
Did you state that it was an honest and correct statement?
That's what she put in the deposition. I don't remember saying it, so I can't remember.
Would the audio of the statement of December 2018 help?
Objection. It's irrelevant. She testified 3 times.
Excuse me. Not as to this. Go ahead. Overrule.
You can just tell Melly's team's getting annoyed. Objection. It's irrelevant.
So when you said Fredo, is this the individual?
Fredo bang! Don't put my boy Fredo in it.
So Fred is the one that apparently picked up Melly at some point after the whole situation because Melly was sending him drop pins of his location.
Ms. Holmes, how much money has the defendant's
Keep my man
manager
Fredo
given
out of
you
this,
since
man.
the
The bang
October
man.
of 2018?
Objection. Irrelevant.
Watch them sideways.
She said none though. She answered none. Fucking had a feeling that was gonna get brought up
What did she say?
Giving you.
because Melly was sending him drop pins of his location.
Ms. Holmes, how much money has the defendant's manager given you since the October of 2018?
Objection. Irrelevant.
Ooh.
Watch them sideways.
She said none though. She answered none. Fucking had a feeling that was gonna get brought up.
Can we clarify who he is, Jameson Francois?
Can we clarify who Jameson Francois is? That's Melly's manager, 100K track.
Here, who is Jameson Francois?
He's trapped. He's Melly's manager.
Hey,
We're all
hey.
friends.
We're all good friends. Oh, dude, there's so much. I already know the cops are gonna be saying this lady got paid off, dude.
Do you remember? What do you remember about this name?
That they had sleep.
What happened to it?
Objection. Relevant.
Sustained.
Aaron, maybe approach that? Sure.
Melly's
They are
lawyer's
trying to
not
keep
playing
them
games.
away from talking to her.
There's so many objections.
I still don't recognize the number.
Judge, permission to treat the witness as hostile?
Objection. Watch them sideways, please. Asking leading questions, she's basically saying, she doesn't know, or that's the end of it. I mean, you can't go much further.
The judge basically just told her to stop asking the same questions.
Felicia Holmes, that I'm showing the court now that she is previously identified as her specific Instagram. It is saying the promises that were made to us by YNW for me to quit my job and they would take care of us were all lies. They didn't want us talking with prosecutors, but now they have all disappeared. I quit my job based on what Track and his wife or company said. Now look, we can't go home. We're spending all my money I worked for and they taking trips and enjoying life. If you think I was a beast before, wait until this trial. I'm not holding anything back. I'm doing what I should have done in the beginning. They can call me Miss Snitch Bitch. So Judge, it's very clear from this record that my intention and what the witness has represented to me in all shapes and forms that she was going to be honest and truthful. Felicia Holmes is saying they made me quit, told me that they would take care of us until trial was over. But guess what? Lies as usual. I was making $9,000 weekly.
Fuck was you,
I didn't
nigga? Where in
need
the absolute hell was you working at making 10K
from
a
them,
week?
but
What
everyone
the
begged
hell?
me cheating. Now they all ghost. I got something for Track though. You lied to me and my child for the last time. again saying that you're going to air him out to the prosecutor.
That don't look too good for Melly's team.
That you don't remember your phone number in October
So you guys,
2018.
I do not remember my phone number.
And are you telling the ladies and gentlemen of the jury that you don't remember your daughter's phone number?
No, I do not remember my daughter's phone number.
And there's none that.
Who doesn't remember their own phone number and their
Shit,
daughter's
me.
phone number?
That was 4 years ago. I've had so much trauma in my life since then. I don't remember that Instagram.
Look at it.
I already looked at it. You're show it to me.
So is the.
I don't remember that. You showed it to me like 3 times already.
So you don't recall me
I don't recall
telling
making
you
my statement.
Excuse me, one at a time, please. Let her finish her answer before you ask the next question.
your daughter didn't tell you.
Objection, ask and answer.
Sustained.
So did you ever make a statement different than that?
Objection, ask and answer.
Sustained.
Into the that you remember coming to Fort Lauderdale.
Objection, ask and answer.
Sustained.
Ms. Holmes, is it your testimony you don't remember why you came down?
I told you why I came down.
Okay, why is that?
Objection, ask and answer.
Sustained.
Ms. Holmes, have you ever?
The prosecution is doing terrible. Why did they bring this lady up if they knew she was just going to say, I don't know, over and over? They knew that beforehand. The Instagram messages about her being, you know, kind of paid off a little bit are a little concerning now, but, you know.
Did your daughter ever threaten to cooperate with law enforcement?
Objection.
Sustained.
Ms. Holmes, did you threaten to cooperate with law enforcement?
Objection, ask and answer.
Different question.
This
When
is
you came
comedy.
down to Fort Lauderdale, was your daughter concerned for Mr. Dennis?
Objection. Cause for conclusion on part of this witness.
Based on your daughter's demeanor, how was she acting?
Sustained.
That boy know
What
his
is this
rules.
prosecutor doing? Every single objection is getting sustained.
Did you ask Mr. Dennis what had happened?
No, I did not.
Nothing further.
I have one question.
Yes, sir.
When you first took the stand, you said, I feel threatened.
Yes, sir, I do.
Who do you feel threatened by?
Objection, Your Honor.
Overruled.
Christine Bradley, the prosecutor.
This prosecutor.
They hoeing bad, bruh. They hoeing.
Thank you.
Wow.
They hoeing.
That was crazy.
They
She
hoeing.
pointed right at that prosecutor saying, I feel threatened by her.
Did you fail to appear for numerous court appearances?
No, you never served me. Lied.
Okay.
You lied to the court.
And-
It wasn't even served correctly.
And prior to that, you were served with a subpoena in
Never.
February of 2019.
You never served me.
This doesn't seem to be helping the prosecution at all. It makes them look sloppy and almost like they're bullying a witness. But at the same time, if the jury is able to see those Instagram messages at some point, which I doubt, that's going to be crazy.
Introduce admissible evidence after admissible evidence to the substantial prejudice of this defendant. Not only did they do it after we raised the issue, they did it after the court ruled against the state and admonished the state not to do just that. Mr. Dennis has been prejudiced. This jury sat there and watched this fiasco unfold with at least 10, maybe 15 sidebars after every 2 questions. It is highly prejudicial. This jury has been tainted,
Oh wait, he's going to ask for a mistrial?
and we move for a mistrial.
Yes, it's our motion for mistrial.
There's a second one. All right, go
Well,
ahead.
second one. Judge, in my entire career, I've never heard the state imply with no evidence whatsoever that the defense team would take care of this witness. And even though the court gave that instruction and told them to ignore it, that question, the defense team would take care of you if you answered like this, is so improper. Not only does it taint our
That
client
judge falling asleep
on
with
the other
that.
questions, but it taints everybody at this table. It's pretty hard to ignore something like that when their entire questioning for the last 30, 40 minutes have been so improper, and they proceeded and proceeded and proceeded. We're moving for a mistrial.
And just for the record, Your Honor, I personally have seen Ms. Holmes in the flesh or spoken to her twice ever at that deposition and today. Never by phone, never by text. Couldn't distinguish her from a can of paint until she showed up for the depot, and I haven't spoken to her since. So just to let the court know, there is no factual predicate for implication, or not implication, the accusation made by the state that the defense sought to take care of her.
And the same for me. I met her at the depot and saw her today.
For the record, it was my first time ever seeing her in my life.
Defense read into it and implied it meant it was never said the defense team in any way, shape, or form. So defense implied or read into that in some additional context that was not intended in any way, shape, or form. I was basing
That man
the
is
records and
heated.
statements that this witness made and put forth in her Instagram account about this case.
She's saying it's not the defense team that are going to take care of 3 lawyers right here. It's not them, it's Melly's management. So they're pushing for a mistrial now because the prosecutor basically asked improper questions and brought up inadmissible evidence, which they're not allowed to do because the court ordered that, obviously. And now they're pushing for a mistrial, but that was pretty wild. And those Instagram messages, just because this lady said that Melly's manager was going to take care of them, doesn't necessarily mean it's true at the end of the day. You know what I mean? People lie. So she could be lying. On the stand, it seemed a little sketchy not remembering your phone numbers. Who doesn't remember their phone numbers, though? Extremely sloppy on the
Hey man, let me know what y'all think, bro. This is getting crazier and crazier by the day. They're not. Hey, look like Melly might be a free man. I'm not gonna cap. But if y'all like the video, like, comment, subscribe, check everything down below. Next time we out.